Breaking. New developments in the Fani Willis hearing. Wait, what? Motion denied? Now let's get to it.
Thanks for joining us. We sat and watched as this hearing originally started. What do you make of these new revelations?
This is damning. At the very best, it's troubling. It seems to completely contradict the testimony of both Fani Willis and of Nathan Wade. And because of that, this could be a complete game changer in terms of how Judge McAfee decides to rule.
The timeline here. The timeline is extremely important. Get viewers up to speed about why this timeline matters.
Well, it matters because the testimony has been that Fani Willis and Nathan Wade became friends. They met at a conference, and he was hired before any of this took place, and that they did not have any type of relationship other than completely a business relationship. Now, if these texts and if these pings on the telephone are accurate, that changes the entire ballgame and means that there could be some untruth that's been told under oath. In other words, it could be perjury, and I hope it isn't, because this is very sad.
Nothing to do with the actual case against Donald Trump and the other co-defendants in the election interference case. This is all to do with if Fani Willis, the district attorney, benefited financially from hiring who we know now ended up being her boyfriend. So that's why the timeline of this is so important. If it happened before, then there's a problem. If it happened after, it might be a problem as far as optics are concerned, but not necessarily something that would get the office kicked off this case. Now, let's just say the Fani Willis's entire office gets removed from this case. What happens next?
Goes to the prosecutor's counsel, and they locate a district attorney's office who is capable and willing of prosecuting the case. That could be near impossible. Clayton County District Attorney has already said she cannot handle it. That leaves DeKalb County, Cobb County, and that's about it, because it has to be a large office that has the ability and the people to prosecute it, and the budget, because the budget's going to just explode with this type of case.
So you're saying it could get thrown out altogether?
I'm not saying that, but it could. This is predictably unpredictable.
Right.
None of this had been predicted, but it's taking on a case. It's a case that's taking on its own course, and we have no idea why it did what it did, but it's taking on a life of its own.
Hey everyone, welcome to the mix. Like, share, subscribe, per usual. Thank you guys for tuning in to my channel. I appreciate you guys, those domestically and internationally. For those who are new to my channel, go ahead and smash that subscription button. And for everyone, hit the notification bell. That's way you will be in tune with all the content I drop on my channel. Thank you very much. If you guys are interested in donating to the mix, go ahead and hit that Cash App. Yes. You see it right here, Cash App. Thank you very much. I appreciate your support. All donations go toward content enhancement creation. Other donation information can be found in the description section of this post. More Zelle, Cash App, etc., etc. Yes, I need for you all to listen to this video. Yes, from beginning to end. I won't keep you all long. Polls going on in the community section, so head on over there and vote. Keep in mind, you guys, I will be running a giveaway next month towards the end of March. Yes, every quarter I run giveaways now, so stay connected, stay tuned. I might try to mix it up. But today is Sunday, you guys. I hope your Sunday is starting off well. Yes, it's early morning for me. As you can see what this video is going to be about. Yes, the saga continues. Fani Willis. Yes, the judge denied. What? Oh my gosh. So let me go ahead and share some excerpts of this article, and then I'll come back with more of my commentary, reaction, and opinion, and then give you guys a little bit more details, because I don't think I kind of went into total details about Fani's district attorney Fani Willis relationship with Nathan Wade, who does not have criminal law experience, but I mean, he's an attorney, and just because you don't have a specialty in a specific area of law doesn't mean that you don't know how to navigate, or you don't have the capability of navigating another area. But if I am a client, I won't use a real estate attorney to represent me in a criminal law case. And if I was a client who had a criminal issue, I would not use a real estate attorney or divorce attorney to represent me on my criminal issue. That's just kind of common sense. But let me share this excerpt of this article, and then I'll come back with more of my thoughts, reaction, opinion, and commentary. As you can see, according to alive.com news, judge denies motion to block testimony from Nathan Wade's former attorney. Let me fill you guys in. Nathan Wade's former attorney. You're probably like, how does Nathan Wade, who is an attorney, a prosecutor, how does he have a former attorney? Well, if you guys did not know, he is either going through a divorce. I don't know if it's over with in terms of the divorce part, and then I think they have kids together. Maybe they're adult kids, but nevertheless, he was married, so he had a divorce attorney. This is his former divorce attorney, law partner to my understanding, and also friend. So yeah, Nathan Wade, who's prosecuting former POTUS, his divorce attorney was his former law partner and friend. So yeah, that right there is kind of weird. Okay, so this article cites that Terrence Bradley previously represented Wade during his divorce. Boom. Defendants in the Trump case alleged the Wade-Willis romance began before Wade's appointment. Nathan Wade was appointed by Fani Willis. Nathan Wade went through a divorce. My understanding is being alleged that Nathan Wade's, and you probably have to Google this, his ex-wife, or soon to be ex-wife, she spoke and said basically their marriage was broken up by Fani Willis, allegedly, or whatever, and that they were messing around some years ago. So again, way before Fani appointed Nathan to the Trump case, who does not have criminal law experience. I think he's like employment, like the civil type of attorney, like maybe employment, maybe insurance law, something like that. Any criminal law experience. But although you are an attorney, you can practice everywhere in like different spaces, but you just have to learn the particular area that you're practicing in. So that would be my thought process. If I was an attorney, I'm not going to go ahead and say, and my specialty is real estate law, I'm not going to go ahead and say, hey, yeah, let me handle this criminal law case. Absolutely not. I wouldn't do that, but to each his own. To 11alive.com, a judge has denied a motion from Nathan Wade to block additional testimony from his former attorney, Terrence Bradley. Bradley is now set to meet with the judge on Monday. That is tomorrow, you guys, so stay tuned, stay connected to the mix. This comes after Wade, a special prosecutor in an election interference case against former POTUS, attempted to prevent his former attorney from providing additional evidence to the judge, who will decide if Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis should be removed from the Trump case, meaning her entire office. The information from Terrence Bradley, a former law partner. Yes, okay, I was on the money with the information I got. Okay, I'm interjecting here. Okay, the information from Terrence Bradley, a former law partner of Wade's, who previously represented him in his Cobb County divorce, could prove arguments made by co-defendants in the case that Wade and Willis entered into a romantic relationship earlier than they admitted in court filings. So basically, to my understanding, they admitted in court filings on paper, I think affidavits, which are sworn under oath, that they had a romantic relationship at certain dates, but it's being alleged that that's not the case. Their timeline is not consistent with what Terrence Bradley, Nathan Wade, former attorney and former law partner, is possibly going to say or state. So the article further cites, however, Wade alleges that the private review of information may unlawfully compel Bradley to disclose communications that should be protected by attorney-client privilege and not disclosed to anyone else. And when I took legal classes, you guys, when it came to ethics and all of that, in these legal classes, I'm interjecting right now, they were facilitated by judges, by attorneys, sitting judges and city attorneys, and they drilled every class I took, whether it be constitutional law, whether it be rules of evidence, whether it be intellectual property, drafting legal documents, legal research and writing. They drilled, there's an ethics lesson in each class. Ethics. I'll go into that a little bit more after I finish this article, but conflict of interest, attorney-client privilege, and fraud was the big three that is frowned upon in the legal community. Now, do it happen? I'm quite sure. I'm 99.999% sure it does, one or the other, in the legal community. And don't get it twisted, you guys. Just because this is on a big stage with Fani Willis and this whole situation, don't think that this stuff is not happening behind the scenes, legal-wise, because it is. But hey, Fani wanted to catch the big fish, so now eyes are on you. So that's what happens. Article further cites, they allege Willis and Wade were engaged in a romantic relationship that provided improper benefits for the pair. That's another thing. Financial enrichment and gain. They drilled that in us too. Willis appointed Wade as special prosecutor, and Wade used a portion of the money he made from the case to pay for trips that he and Willis took. The defendants also alleged the relationship began in 2019, years before Wade's appointment. Wow. And back then, I think former POTUS was president. Wade, Willis, and the Fulton County District Attorney's Office denied those allegations. Maintaining the relationship began in early 2022. He was appointed special prosecutor on November 1st, 2021. Okay, you guys, that was just some excerpts of the article from 11alive.com news. You can head on over there. I encourage you all, read the article in its entirety at your own leisure. Your thought process may be different from mine, and it's okay. When it came to legal classes that I've taken that was facilitated by judges and sitting judges and active attorneys, when it came to each legal course, we always had to go over ethics. And for those who do not know, I do have a legal background. I'm not a judge, I'm not an attorney, and I do not practice law. Let me just say that to get that out the way. But each legal course I took they went over ethics. They drilled it. And as I stated before in previous videos, and check out some of my videos, and I do have Legal Tuesdays. I be dropping legal content on Tuesdays, whether it be celebrity, known people, non-related celebrity cases. I do that on Legal Tuesdays, and I have done content on non-celebrity type of legal videos. Even some judges have been on a docket, that judge that pow, his wife, content on him as well. So, but yeah, I digress. So yeah, they drilled in our brains about ethics. And as I said before in previous of my many videos I've done, whether it be on Tory Lane, R. Kelly, celebrity, non-celebrity, that's the biggest thing is that coloring inside the lines. And as I gave an example before in previous legal related topics or videos, even if a person is caught red-handed, the prosecutors, the law enforcement, they have a duty by the Constitution to follow the rules, follow the law when executing prosecution of said alleged criminal defendant. You can't color outside the lines. You color outside the lines, that's how we're here right now. We're here right now because somebody allegedly color outside the lines, and they drilled in our brains too in those classes about conflict of interest, fraud, and attorney-client privilege. That's big. And I've said before, and those who do comment in the comment section and saying Fannie didn't do anything wrong in terms of break the law and what state says about this law. Okay, I get that respectfully. However, Fannie has people to answer to too. You have the ABA, American Bar Association. She's a part of that. I'm 99.999% sure she's a part of that. That's on a national level. And then you have the ABA within your own state. Each state, I believe, has one. And then you have the ARDC. Google that. Google this, you guys. Attorney Registration Disciplinary Committee. So when people bring forth complaints, whether it be a client, a former client of these attorneys, whether it be if you're a prosecutor working for the state, you could still, somebody could snitch on you. If you out here coloring outside the lines as a prosecutor, prosecuting cases unethically, and there's some ethical questions regarding how you navigating this, then you could be brought to the forefront over the review boards. Remember Phaedra Parks from Housewives of Atlanta? Google her. She had to go before, I think, the Atlanta ARDC or a review board about her ethics that came into question. They're big on this. So even though Fannie may have allegedly not broken or committed a crime or broken a law, they have ethical rules and procedures that they must follow. It's just like you being on your job. If you at work and your job has these policies and procedures, yes, you not breaking the law. I don't care what the state of Georgia says about employment this or employment that. You still have policies on your job to follow. And if those come into questions via your manager, they escalate it to HR, human resource. Then you're brought into the forefront. And then it's like, okay, I don't care what the law says outside of here, but this is what we say here within our organization. And these are the policies that you, quote unquote, allegedly probably violated or not, or you might be disciplined for, so that's that. Hopefully you guys get my point. And when it comes to Fannie Willis, the thing is that what's being held into question is that the perjury. Did she perjure herself in the affidavits? Yeah. And then got on the stand, her and Nathan, and gave a date as to when their relationship romantically, whether it be knocking boots or whatever, began. So if there's some contradictory in their statements via what Nathan Wade's former divorce attorney / friend / law partner Terrence says to the judge tomorrow on Monday, the 26th, then that's the smoking GUN. It is, you guys. It is. So hopefully you guys get my point and see my point. Again, continues with this, and Fannie, in my opinion, did this to herself. To my understanding, she went to other prosecutors before she even went to Nathan Wade to try to prosecute the former POTUS, and they denied her. They rejected doing it. So voila, she was left with Nathan Wade. And in my opinion, if it is proven that there is some sketchiness, there is some possible quote unquote perjury with her sworn affidavit and his sworn affidavit, and the date or year they actually began their relationship, if there's some conflicting information in that, in my opinion, then this is borderline conspiracy. Borderline, in my opinion. And like I said before, and when I say borderline conspiracy, conspiring to make sure, to ensure with everything in your fiber that this particular person cannot run for president again. As I said before, in the event that this relationship, quote unquote, allegedly began way before, maybe 2019, maybe 2020, then to me, in my opinion, like I said before, who sent you, Fanny? Who sent you? Who sent you to do their dirty work? Y'all better wake up. Someone posted, that was Dr. Boyce Watkins. I checked out his content on this. He made a very great point. Nathan and Fanny, in my opinion, should bow out gracefully. Don't even be forced to, quote, remove yourself if it comes to that. Bow out gracefully. Take the L's before your career possibly or potentially suffers even more. And open up your own law firm. Open up your own law firm. You guys do know they can go into private practice. You can choose, if you're an attorney, you can choose to work for other government or open up your private practice. But based off of my experience hearing through others, it takes a lot to open up your own private practice, as far as financial wise. That's a big doozy, you know what I'm saying? So do a lot of attorneys do that? Do they go from doing prosecutorial work, working for the state, working for the federal government? Yes, absolutely. And then they go into their own private practice. But yeah, so I too agree. I concur. I believe that they should bow out gracefully. And it will stop the bleeding before it gets worse. That's basically what I'm saying. So let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Keep it respectful and peaceful, you guys. That is my thought process on this. I'm going to leave you with a clip as well. It's Sunday. I will be going live later on. So stay connected. Stay tuned to The Mix. Keep it respectful and peaceful in the comment section. Go ahead and vote. I have polls going on. Vote in the community section. I thank you guys for your continued support. Like, share, subscribe. And here you go with this clip.
Yeah, a lot of you people are like mad confused, like, yo, why are they going in on D.A. Willis? So she hooked up with the dude, Big Whoop. Let me explain it to you. If you're the prosecutor, you have choices in what cases you bring and what cases you don't bring. This case, a RICO case against Donald Trump, there's not like a rape victim calling you like, yo, I got raped. No, she chose to bring this case because she thinks she can prove a RICO election conspiracy. Okay, well, what's this relationship got to do with any of that? Well, her relationship is with a man who she hired on behalf of the district attorney's office to act as a special prosecutor in the Trump case. Okay, so what's the problem with that? Well, peep this. So you get to choose what cases to bring and what cases not to bring, and you decide to bring the biggest, most complicated, most high-profile case in the history of cases. You bring a RICO case against a former president, and what you do, you don't go get an experienced RICO prosecutor. You get some dude with no RICO experience. How do you know him? You've been hooking up with him. How much do you pay him? Close to $1 million. And everybody's around wondering like, yo, are you sure you're being fair and impartial and not just bringing the case for the clout and not just bringing the case because it's good for you and you're actually bringing the case because the case should be bought? Well, wouldn't it be a way better look if the guy you hired had